Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, no, she's not in here yet. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Yeah,
Shah, and I can
we get
tell
to see your face tonight.
Yay, I've got makeup on.
you. You'd be beautiful without it. Come on, Shah.
That's
No,
right.
so not a good sight. Okay, so let me just check everyone else. Doug's having internet problems. We've got an outage in the area, so I'm running through my phone, my hotspot, so hopefully we should be right.
And Wanda apologises. She's got an internet issue too.
Okay, yeah, Telstra's not playing ball in the area at the moment. That's okay. That's not anyone on tonight's webinar. No. Okay. All right. So let's get stuck into it. Renee, you were first on. I just want to check your page because I know you were sharing a win before. I just want to read what that said.
Yeah, but when I've said to a few people how many reached, they said that's amazing.
Oh, gorgeous. Hang on, and you didn't pay for that either. So I've got access.
No, so I
Yeah.
put it on at dinner time last night, and then I've just sort of on and off while I've been at work today. I've just been watching it climb, and I thought, wow, that's great.
That's fantastic. Well done. Well done. That's exactly what your market are looking for, is you, and you're keeping it real. And if you share every time something happens, if you've got a video of like the baby moving around in your tummy, anything you're comfortable sharing, the more you share and keep it real and personal, the more your audience will bite into it because they're wanting you.
Where did you just go, Kylie? All right, well that's great. Yeah, I definitely have that little issue with all my personal sort of self being on because because social media is new to me. But as you say, it's about the story and it's about helping others and making me seem like, although I want to help you, I still struggle with all these things as well.
Oh, of course,
That's
and it's
fine.
all learning. And none of us know. I mean, we can sit here and brainstorm till we're blue in the face, but your audience on your page will tell you what they want based on the insights. So just keep an eye on that insights section of your Facebook page and see what they want. And if you share a video, you're sharing the pictures, which is all about you, which they loved, and your cute little daughter kissing your belly, all that stuff. That's keeping it real, and people just want relevant. They want relevant and real. So just keep doing that and do different things. And again, if you don't get a good response with something, stop it and go back to what you were doing that was working. Just keep trying a few different things so you can see what's going to work and stick.
So I think also, well, I was happy with, I'll just quickly have a look on my page. I did organising your photos tips, and that had a really great reach for what I thought, which has stopped at like 410 people now.
Wow.
But I think that it's just such a simple thing, and I think that's the way I'm going to try and get the message across, is just starting with a few little ways to have control and to start sort of organizing your own photos, and then I can put out the proper lists and the more comprehensive information which I've written about backing up. And I really think that's probably a pain point of people's, because the more I talk to people, they say, I think I've got some things backed up many times and then not other times, and it's about knowing where to go, where to find it. I just discovered on Google that they actually have a photos backup section now. Did anybody even know that? I think it's come new to Drive with some upgrades that they've done. And then also Macs have changed iPhoto just to photos. So I was in shock there for a moment, and I did a post about that and said to everyone that I would find the best way to organize them, and now it's about having more albums and creating folders. So I want to just keep putting out some information about that, because you can easily just think, oh, shivers, now when you look at your scroll and it's like, oh my gosh. So I want to help people make sure anyone that has a Mac can actually feel in control again with creating some folders. So
Well done.
that's where I'm going at the moment. So I just need to get that opt-in on my Facebook page and start collecting some email addresses.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're very close to 100, so you'll have a bit more insights and information when you hit 100. But keep going, and then if you find what you can also do at the bottom of something educational, like organising your photos or tips, in the bottom in brackets, say, if you found this helpful, maybe you could share it with your friends as well. So you're inviting them to share your content, because then when they share it on their Facebook, people will come back to the original page and just ask them to keep, make sure you tag baby memories in it, and do a hashtag baby memories, and just ask them to keep the content or the source, the original source. If you look at Elizabeth Peru, she words it really nicely. I can't remember. It's like a couple of lines. You don't have to do it maybe as long because she's got a massive following, but just look at the way she does it. She'll share her insights on Facebook and her tip-offs, as she calls them, but then at the bottom she says, if you found this helpful, you know, please keep all original contact and everything together. So it's just a nice way of saying don't share this without crediting me.
Yes. Excellent. And is it etiquette on Facebook to actually, when I start typing Shah, to choose your whole name, or should I just sometimes, when do you just write Shah and when do you choose the name?
Oh, look, I've seen different posts. I don't know that there's a right or wrong way. Maybe there's someone else who does. I don't see it as right or wrong. I think it's whatever comes up. Sometimes my name gets tagged as Shah and sometimes it comes up as Shah more. As long as if you're wanting to tag a particular person, just make sure that it's highlighted so that it can tag. But if you're going to tag your page, make sure it's in full so that people can click on it and go directly to your Facebook page.
Yeah, so I wasn't even talking about tagging. Just when I'm replying to people, do I just write their first name or choose their
if you want them to know the reply, see, they will get an alert that you've commented on the post. But if you actually want them if you actually want them to read it, I would tag their full name, because then it will alert them that you've included them in a reply.
Mm-hmm.
And I would definitely do something about the royal princess that's just been born. I would definitely give some tips for, you know, Wills and Kate around how they could do something, or maybe do a little competition on your page and say, okay, here are the top 3. You can do a vote. I think you can do votes with less than 100, but you could do a little thing, okay, what do we think the name's going to be? Just make it a bit fun. Get some people engaged on the page to see what they think the baby's name might be.
And I haven't actually sent, so that's just been through my friends that has created that. Like you say, I think it's 80 or 79, I'm not sure, but I've wanted to put it out to some others groups, but I've just been waiting till I get that opt-in page so that people can get my checklist and put their email address in.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just get it set up. Sorry, I've just got to give someone a link. 1 second.
Kylie's back.
Oh, is she? Okay. Yeah, Telstra's been a real bugger at the moment. I don't know if anyone else is with Telstra.
And we're all glad to Bathurst.
What's that?
We're all glad to hear that you had a nice time in Bathurst.
Oh, it was so good. Gee, what a lovely group. Lovely, lovely group of business owners. Oh, just so nice. So nice. I really, if I didn't hate the cold so much, I would so move there. What a gorgeous group of business owners. Really, really collaborative and supportive, and it was an awesome lunch and loved it.
Excellent.
Okay, so what else have you got this week to get done? Because we just had really about getting your page up last week. And
really, yeah, just the opt-in so I can start sharing the page and then see how many people actually sign up and want my checklist. Like Lindy just said, if you're not solving the right pain issue, feedback, so or at least try one. But I'm fairly sure that just organize your photos is going to mention, if I make them, like you said, a comprehensive list, either that, or I don't know whether to do the 20 or do them a bit more with a bit more support behind each. But I'll maybe put that on the page during the week. And did you like my entrepreneur stuff? And I'm sorry that those colours are no good. I'm going to change them. Thank you, Lindy and Kylie.
Okay,
On the YMastermind group.
Oh, okay, hang on. I've noticed you post something. I was away. I didn't really have a look. Let me have a quick look.
That's fine. Well, don't worry about that now. You can have another look, and I'll just listen to everyone else and learn some more. Thank you.
Okay, good luck. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Renee.
I've bought, after I spoke to Lindy, I bought my baby memories with GoDaddy, and I've set that up so that I can have WordPress sites and that I can get my Google Drive account going, which I love Google Drive, and I'm just going to simulate that same big system that we have in the hotels into my own business. So I am excited. I've got Wednesday with the kids at kindy and childcare, and to myself, so I'm very excited to pick up a few of them. So next Monday I should have some better results. Thank you.
Well done. All right, look after yourself. Bye. Debbie, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hi, Shav.
How are you? We missed you last week.
Yeah, I hit the brick wall last week. I was out to it. Wasn't functioning.
That's all right. You've got to have moments like that, as long as it's just a moment.
Mm.
So how are you this week? What have you got for me?
The biggest pain I have at the moment is getting frustrated over not being able to follow through with projects. As in, I've got a list of people I've got to call to follow up to chase up about upcoming workshops, etc., etc. When I ring them, it just keeps going to voicemail no matter what time of day I ring or send me emails, and I just hit the brick wall. I just got so frustrated with it.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions or tips or?
Okay, so these are people who have inquired about your workshop and asked you for information, and now you're going back to them.
Yes.
Okay. Look, sometimes people can inquire when the mood takes them, and then if we haven't addressed enough of their pain points, or possibly it could be just the wrong time-wise or money-wise for someone, and then they just turn into ghosts and you're chasing nobody.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah, so they'll see your name and they kind of don't answer it. So what I do personally, because I do this with Y Network, we have some people going, oh my God, I would love to come, please call me next month, and they're all over it. And then when you call them, they don't respond, and you ring them twice, and then you kind of go, well, hang on, you asked me to call you, we're not desperate for people, like we're doing this to help you. So then my third message when I call them, so I'm not turning into a stalker, is I literally say, hey Debbie, you asked me to give you a call last month, I know everyone's busy, but I really feel like I'm stalking you now, and that doesn't feel comfortable for me. Can you just either email me or call me back or send me a text message to let me know if you would like me to contact you again, or if you've gotten busy and we'll catch up in the next time, because I just don't want to feel like I'm stalking you. So I literally tell them that, because you do then start to feel like you're stalking, and you lose all posture when you consistently call someone and they're not ringing you back. So I did this, in fact, today, because we've got an event on Wednesday. It's an open day, and there's a real estate lady who said, I want to join next month, call me. And this was 3 months ago, and she hasn't been able to come. So I left a message with her, an assistant, and I said, I don't want Debbie to take out a restraining order, because I literally feel like I'm stalking her. Please let me know. And I said, just call me by 5 o'clock. Either way, I really don't mind. I just need to know so I can take her off the list or keep her on the list. And the assistant called me back at 4:30 and said she's just got so much work on at the moment, she'll call you in a few months. I went, fine. Update my file, done with it. Move on. If they're not ready and it's not the right time, it's all about synchronicity of timing, especially with the work that you do. So it's either aligned or it's not. And then I rang someone out of the blue who I'd had in my mind for a while, and it just, the heavens opened. She happened to be free. Wednesday's the only day she could come, and she's coming, and it's exactly what she's looking for. So again, you just got to trust that if that person's not the right person for your workshop, there's someone else that you'll ring out of the blue and they'll just go, perfect. I was just thinking about doing that. So still have your hit list of exactly how many people you want to have at your workshop, and have it done by numbers. So when I was a few years ago mentoring, I'd mentor 8 clients a week for an hour. I would have 8 folders on my desk in the abundance corner of my desk, and there were 8 manila folders in one of those, actually I don't have it on my desk now, but in one of those wire racks that steps up in the corner of the desk, and I'd have 1 to 8, and I would just put, I had different programs, so I'd have all in person, Skype, half person, whatever it was, and I would just have them sitting there, and I would just know that those 8 names will fill themselves. So have your workshop registration list, how many people do you want, on what date, and just have it in the abundance corner, which is the, if you're sitting at your desk, it's the top left corner, because you weren't on last week when we went through that, and just put it there and just trust that the names will come.
Okay, good, thank you.
No, you're right, and don't get disheartened, because it's, you know, filling things is my whole life. I run 120 events a year, plus all the workshops. That's just Y Network, plus all the workshops that we do, and all the other tours and things that I last minute decide will be a good idea. And it's difficult if you worry about every event. It will kill you, it will consume you. Very difficult getting bums on seats if you worry about an individual person. What I focus on, and I recommend you do the same, is focus on the outcome of the people that are going to be coming along to the workshop. I focus, like for my tour, I've got the tours coming up in about 3.5 weeks, and I want 100 people in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. Now, if I looked at the numbers now, okay, they are doing okay, certainly not near 100, but if I focused on, oh crap, I've got 25 for Melbourne and 42 for Brisbane, I've only got 3, no, can't do that. So what I do is I focus on seeing myself in front of 100 people and being at the doorway as 100 people are leaving the room, and there's hugging and kissing and crying and my God, you've changed my life, and I met the best person I sat next to today. I feel and I see and I visualize that. Not a particular person, but I feel that. So just get yourself in that zone and leave the rest to the universe.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Does that help?
Yeah, well, no, it does. It's definitely, I mean, tomorrow I've got a list of people that I'm going to follow up, and I'll do what you said. I'll drop this stalking stuff into them, and because I do, I mean, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm harassing these people.
That's all right. Yeah.
So
So
I'll
just
do that.
Room and then let them tell you.
Okay, right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Jackie, unmute yourself, please. Hello. How are you?
Yes, good, thank you.
That's good. What have you got for me this week?
I have been decluttering, so I've been happy to remove distractions from my life and my desk. Like after speaking last week, my office was a nightmare, and so I've just been filing, classifying, chucking away. So that's been really good this week. So I feel like I've got an open, desk.
Great. Bringing more energy in.
Yes. So now I can work. I just feel like I can work now because the to-do lists are really shrinking.
Yes, good.
I've got, I found my why. Let's start with that.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that. I saw your message. Sorry, I was away. I'm like, oh, I want to know.
Instead of the other list. Okay. To teach others how to use the law of attraction to their advantage so that they are inspired and empowered to experience the joy of designing, creating, and living their ideal life.
Wow. How does that feel for you?
Feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always knew I was going to teach them how, but I didn't have the so that. I didn't have the why.
Wow. Well done. Yeah, and how did you go with your designer?
Yes, so that was awesome. I sent her actual photographs of caravan parks and possums and camping and us, because we're going to actually feature as a family in the book, and so we've set out all the illustrations with the text and what's got to go in where, and so she's just going full steam ahead.
Awesome.
Paid her a deposit, so it's all about we do and let's go, and exciting.
So when did you get a first look?
Well, I've got some black and white sketches that I've had a look at, and she reckons she can get me something in colour this week. So.
Oh, how exciting! Yeah. Oh, well, make sure to share it with us if you can.
Yeah, I will. And I was
so how did you go with? Yep. Sorry, you had some problems. Oh, we've got a cross on the line. You were mentioning last week that you were finding it hard to get motivated during the day and were kind of getting going around 2 o'clock. How's that going this week?
Yeah, well, today I was just full steam ahead from the minute the kids left till the minute they got back, and it's about finding the why.
Thank you. Not telling me anything new.
I know, and I knew that was the key. I'm like, well, what purpose have I got to do it? So I'm not going to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll always do things and we'll be driven by our why. I'm so glad that penny has dropped. Russ has got a serious question for you. Who's the Collingwood supporter, he wants to know?
Brett. Yeah, absolutely, Brett. This is his office.
Oh, okay. Yes, it looks very butch.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, so anything else?
Well, I'm just, I spoke to Lindy and I'm joining her group on tomorrow night.
Okay.
And going to get my Facebook business page up and running and get my website done and my opt-in box done. So, yeah.
Great.
And I've been writing heaps of blog ideas and video ideas.
Excellent.
I'm still eating well and exercising, so I'm happy. I feel on track.
Yeah, good. Good. Well done. Well done. That's good. Okay, so just get the designs through, keep that moving, keep that momentum, make sure that you write your why statement out so that you can see it everywhere, like have it come up as a reminder on your phone. I do that with an affirmation at 9 o'clock every morning. So just put it in as a calendar appointment in your phone a couple of times a day, just until it sinks into you. And when you say it out loud, say it with, like you're sharing it with the planet, like you're in this huge auditorium and there's like 100,000 people and you're delivering it with passion and oomph, and let it work its way through your body so that you get that massive visceral response and you feel every word of it, and every word has an impact to you and the person listening. But put it into your phone a few times a day and write it around your office and, you know, in your wallet and your bathroom mirror, just until it really becomes you, and it'll just drive you so amazingly. It's so fast when it works.
Excellent. And I believe I've got my first title for my Law of Attraction book, so that's good to have. Instead of 50 or 100 potential titles, I've decided on one.
Oh, that's good. And what is that? Did you know what it's going to be?
Yeah, I won't share it just yet, but I
No,
know what it's
okay.
going to be, and I've started writing it, so I want to get an ebook up as quick as I can with that.
Yeah. Great. Excellent. Well done. Okay, well, set yourself a deadline and give yourself a reward. So if you say, I'm going to have this done by the end of May or whatever's realistic, then say, when I get it done, I'm going to go have an hour massage or whatever is your reward. But make sure every goal has a reward, because if there's nothing in it for you, it will get, you're going through a momentum push at the moment, which is great. You're doing this, you're doing Lindy's thing, you've got the exciting drawings coming back for the book. It's all in that momentum rush, but you will find that it'll plateau again before it picks up again. It's just the way it is. So make sure that you've got goals in there and rewards for you. When you hit your goals, you get a reward. They can be small, big, really up to you based on what, you know, budget is, time is, how big the goal is once you get it done, etc.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome, well done. And I will get back to you about us catching up. Just kind of got back in the office this afternoon. I had a client this morning, so I will get in touch with you.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
All right, thanks, Jackie. Bye.
Bye.
Kylie. Kylie gone.
No, here I am.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Yeah, all right, all right.
How are you feeling? You good?
I'm a bit stressed actually.
Okay.
I'm really feeling the pressure now. Got a lot of adrenaline going through me, and
Good. Good
good,
place to
yeah.
It's like it's not good. Well, I don't want to hear it's good.
No, I will. I suppose because, you know, perfectionism, and I'm not happy that everything's not complete for next week, but the show must go on and I'll just be there. So
it won't ever be complete, because when it's complete, you'll be dead. Like, everything is a work in progress. Even if we made it, whatever your version of perfect is, you will still modify it or change it or adjust it based on what you feel or what the client might give you feedback for. Nothing ever stays still, and that's evolution of a product, a brand, a business, a person, everything. So don't feel like next week is whatever you start with you have to end with. It's just the first step.
Yeah, okay.
You're struggling with that. Let go. Let go.
I know. Well, see, I've been creating, but I don't. You know how you just then you think, oh, is my stuff going to be good enough?
Okay,
So
it is good enough. Do you know why? Because you make it from the heart, and you are enough. Therefore, anything you make from here is good enough. It's more than good enough because you are more than good enough. If it was some crap that you ordered in from China, rebadged, chucked in a bag and put out to market, well, you wouldn't be on this course because I don't work with people like that. But it's not who you are either. The fact that you take the pride that you do in your work and you care so damn much that you feel you're not ready when I bet you spent 1 million hours on this and you put yourself through the absolute ringer. The fact that you're doing that, you're already better than most people out there because you care. Okay, you're not just looking at the bottom line. You care about the end result for the person and your client. You're already better than everybody else, just in saying that. You need to have more belief in yourself. We all see it within this group. And I bet you if you ask everyone from the 6 weeks that they've got to know you already, they feel your passion with your brand, and you need to now see what we see. I've said it to you, but you probably go, oh, yeah, but Shah sees that in everyone. Listen to everyone else in the group. Renee's just said you need to be more confident, Kylie. Do not doubt yourself. Remember, it's a soft launch. If you asked everybody what they saw with you and your passion, everyone else will tell you the same thing I see. So it's not just me saying it. I haven't asked them to say it. You need to see what we see in you now and back yourself. It is a soft launch. It's the first step. It's the biggest step you'll take because you're going to put yourself out there. And it'll grow every week, every day. People will give you feedback and comments, and it'll evolve into this incredible brand. Like I look at my magazine when I did it a few years ago. It was the first step. Now I look back and go, oh, my God, it's horrible. It was like it's really horrible. If you look at the designs of my magazine, and I'm on the cover, and it's crap. But it was the best I knew how to do at the time, and I did it anyway. And now I look at the magazines and go, they're nice. Okay, but we're just about to rebrand it again. So just get out there with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am. It's just, there's that confidence thing, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Kylie, apparently you had a huge win last Friday. What was that?
Oh, I had my first paying client.
Yay!
Thank you, Lindy.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, yeah.
So now why would she give you money if she didn't believe in you?
That's right. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so, let me quickly go through a few things then.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing my Facebook video intro tomorrow.
Right.
I decided to go with the PayPal Here device because eWay just kept dragging everything out and just kept wanting more and more and more. So I thought, I just need to make a decision. I'm still waiting on the finalisation of the business cards because I had an issue with my URL on my Facebook, my vanity URL. I can't have my name because someone else has shortened theirs and is using K Crystals. So, but in the end, I was speaking to Moana, and she was saying that she doesn't even have her Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever on her card because you're just isolating it to one social media site. Yep. So I thought, well, I can always have that on my my website or my email or something like that. So I've just
have it on both your website and your email, and then you have all your little social media icons, which if you're doing Lindy's thing or she's working with you at all, she can help you set all those favicons up, the social media buttons, and then you just have all of those linked to your pages, because it's too long to be telling people. I just get them to go to my site. From my site, it's a doorway to all my other brands, all my social media. Just get them to go to one place.
Yeah, yeah. And ideally you want them to go to your website anyway, so then you can get their information and all that. So, yeah. And with the printing for my business cards, originally I was going to get Spot UV where it's raised and shiny, but I think now because of the time limitations, I just can't do that at the start period. So I'll just order a small quantity, and later on I can get that done. So that's no biggie. I ended up changing my long description on my Facebook page to try and, excuse me for sniffing, to try and direct it more to the avatar. I still think it needs a lot of tweaking and switching, so I'll just keep working on that.
Yep.
At the moment, I've got 64 likes, which is fantastic. I haven't actually really put it out there to invite everyone yet. So once I get that first video intro done and just maybe like 1 or 2 little posts, then I'll do that and try and get everyone to come on.
I just suggest on your short descriptions, I think someone mentioned it last week, it might have been you or Linda, I'm not sure who, but just look at the way, make sure it's written for them. So the short description, instead of I design and create, say you deserve a beautifully designed and created healing crystal piece of jewelry created with love. So make it they deserve, you deserve. Yeah. So you're just writing a love letter to your avatar. You deserve a beautifully handmade, designed and created blah, 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 blah. Make it them rather than I. And then the same in the long post as well. Just make it, wouldn't you rather, you know, a piece of jewelry designed by a kind-hearted person who has loads of love to share, etc., etc. So just make it more about them than you.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I've designed, because I'm a perfectionist, and ordered my my trade table accessories to present. It has to be right.
Okay. You're hilarious.
And Debbie's organising the cloth for the table, so I don't have to worry about that just now.
Good.
I've put aside my packaging just for these few weeks because I just really needed the headspace to concentrate on all the upcoming stuff.
You have some good places?
Yeah, I've probably got 10 suppliers that I'm talking to, so but it's just a lot of time. Sorry?
Yeah. Are they in Australia?
No, China.
Okay, because I just saw something for my tour, and I'll give you the site. It's in Sydney, and because they buy from the Alibabas and so on, but they buy in massive bulk, and I actually looked at the price of getting them directly from China because I could have got them in a week versus him. He was cheaper, and he buys he supplies a massive amount of people. He has big stock, so he buys at a much cheaper rate from China. And then even though I only bought 150 of them, it was still so much cheaper than me getting them from China. And I got them I ordered them Thursday. He posted them Friday. I got them today, and they're beautiful. It's called displayandmore.com.au.
Is the end a word and?
A-N-D, yep. A-N-D. Display and A-N-D, more, M-O-R-E, rather than my name for a change, .com.au.
Okay, and do they do printing logos?
Oh, and the packaging, I don't know. I don't know. I'd be guessing.
I can always ask them.
Yeah, I don't know. It came nicely in a little outer box, so I don't know. Depending on your lead time, you could even get that done with someone else. But I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But they have the most beautiful. I don't know if you better see it properly, but it's a black velvet, beautifully closed.
Oh, I've seen them on there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the quality, I was like, oh, I hope they're okay. But they're really nice and they're really quality clasps. They look stunning.
All right. Okay. Lovely. Thank you.
They've got beautiful ones, pendant ones, bracelets, beautiful.
All right. Okay. Cool. So I really just need to this week now work on my bit of a speech and questions for my 5 minutes of fame.
Don't overthink it. Do you know what? I would make it really really relaxed. Don't try and prep too much, because then you're extremely intuitive, okay, and that's how you produce the pieces you produce, is through intuition. So if you have a really structured presentation for 5 minutes, you'll lose you. And what I want you to do is feel who's in the room, listen to their whys. You would have heard what they do and who they are, so you get a feel for the audience. And I would have, a couple of minutes of I would just share why you've designed K Crystals and what you hope the brand will bring joy-wise to the people wearing your product. And then I would kind of just feel what needs to say next. Have a couple of bullet points. Don't script anything verbatim, because you're very intuitive and it will block you. I get on stage like I did at Bathurst. I don't have notes. I don't have a PowerPoint. I don't have anything. I feel the room for the time that I'm there during the luncheon, and then I just have a few conversations with people. In that time that you're having those conversations, ask people what is it that I would look for in a piece of jewelry. Get some of that information and put that into your talk from stage. And just say, as I was talking to Shah before, and as I was talking to Debbie before, this is important to you. And if it's a few people that have said similar things, if you say it, everyone else in the room is probably going to have the same thought. So don't script it or be too structured. I wouldn't suggest.
All right, okay. So last week I did mention that I was going to give a gift of like a rose quartz heart out. And then I was talking to a fellow throughout the week, and he suggested, similar to what you did a couple of weeks ago, saying like, don't, I suppose, give anything away because you're devaluing then. Yes. Like someone's going to say thank you if I give them a gift if they've purchased, or they're going to say thank you just for making the purchase. So it really doesn't really alter anything at all. So I might not do that.
Yeah, I just think give them a reason to come and talk to you. So do a value add if they purchase. So anyone who purchases, depending on what your final pricing of your product has come out at, I'm not sure, because I don't know if you've changed it from when we spoke, but you might have anyone who purchases over, oh, you're smiling, you've changed it, haven't you?
I have.
I saw that smile, I'm like, hang on a minute.
You don't miss a thing.
I don't miss a thing. I saw the look, oh, hang on, I've got you. You've dropped to 0, haven't you?
No, I've added.
Oh, you've added?
Yeah, so bracelets are 200 up.
Okay.
And necklaces are anywhere from 350 up.
Great. Okay, good. And that's what you sold the other day? You sold in that price point?
No, only because...
No, she says.
Only because she's a Y Network member, and she actually approached me 2 months ago. So I said I'd give her a lovely price to start with.
Okay. Well, with that lovely price, she must do lovely talking about your brand. So every time she wears it, she tags K Crystals. So I have a shoe sponsor, as I told you. Yeah. So every time I wear these shoes on stage, I tag them. So if you've given her a good price, make sure she shouts it out.
Okay, it's not for her, it's for her sister. But anyway, I will drop that in.
Yeah, once she's given it to her sister, she can then put a picture up or show her sister wearing it and say, oh, this. So she can give it a shout out, definitely. Okay, so I would do a value add. So anyone who spends more than $200 or I don't know that they would pay a deposit for your booking, but anyone who books a consultation with you at the launch next week and spends more than $200, they get So you might throw in, you don't want to throw in an actual product. You might throw in a gemstone, or you might even align with essential oils. I don't know, something else that's like a value added, cleaning cloth, sprays or natural sprays, I don't know what. But just think of something that doesn't cost you a lot, looks like it's adding value, and they'll go, oh, that's great. And it's just for the first 5 purchases or something. So again, you want to inspire action. You want to inspire 5 hands to go, all right, I want something.
Okay, all right. And because I haven't really decided on my give back, so I was thinking, because I haven't done that, that I would, like, you know, your orphanage. So you know what.
Right, well.
Hey, do you know your orphanage? I do.
No, tell me.
To give like a certain percentage of sales, let everybody know that a certain percentage of sales for that day would go towards your orphanage.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, oh, please. Yes, definitely. Of course it is. Thank you so much. We can't take the money yet, but you can just pledge it on paper, and then once we get the setup done properly, then we can take it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yes. Oh, I see, Lindy. I see that. Thank you.
Absolutely, you've got to be making first. So you might say from every $1,000 of sales that's generated through Y Network, you give whatever, $50, whatever you like, but make them reach a target, because then Y Network members will get together and support and say, oh look, I'm going to get a bracelet. Why don't you get something? We hit 1,000, and you're going to, for every 1,000 through Y Network, you give X amount away. To the orphanage. So let the members get behind you, because you're a member, you're then supporting the orphanage, which is a Y Network thing. So make it a community kind of thing.
All right. Okay, cool.
Excellent. And Russ has put here, your product is too bespoke to give away, as it may not be in line with your marketing price, that each piece is made to suit the individual, which is true as well. Oh yeah, with China you need to order large quantities to get the cheaper price. But check that display and more, because really nice stuff and very good service. Very happy with them. You're welcome. Good luck with it all. Is it Wednesday next week, isn't it? I'm in Melbourne on the Tuesday. I might be there actually. Oh no, I'm not. I'll be in Melbourne, but Russ will be there.
All right, cool, wonderful.
Awesome. All right. Well, good luck with it. Can't wait to see photos, and I'll talk to you Monday night anyway.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Shah.
Bye. You're welcome. Lindy is next. Renee's asked, can I ask where you ordered the whiteboard wall contact from? I've looked online but struggling to find the right one. Russ, can you search on, it was on eBay, and it's called whiteboard sticker. I think he's found it once before, but Russell searched that while I'm doing this. So, Lindy, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, just okay.
Hearing a couple of things in the other ladies that I'm also going through. Kylie and I are pretty much mirroring each other with how we're feeling.
Okay, yep.
My launch tomorrow night of my 5x5 program has had me in a state of paralysis for the last 3 days of just fear, fear anyway is what I keep, so I've been pulling in every possible scenario to go, it's okay, you can cope, you can get through this, but that's still the biggest trigger came up with, which goes back to my why, kept coming up, the teacher, the abuse, the not good enough, the humiliation, and what happens if that happens again. I spoke with my business coach today, and he said, it's not, you know your stuff, that's not a problem, you know that you can deliver in that area. I'm like, yes, I'm very confident, and I know what I'm talking about. So that's not my nervousness, it's I've had it said to me before, I had a client who left me because I taught her too much.
Yes.
So it's, for me, it's that, okay, I really need to pull back in the reins to make sure that I'm delivering it at a level that is understood. So that's, and I guess it'll be the the confirmation thing, I haven't got a structured written plan because I work intuitively, and it depends on what people are needing. And I have opened up a group, and I have been asking questions and doing little surveys to try and get a feel of what's the main pain point we need to address in week 1, which it's been interesting to see it happen because even though everyone said, I want this, they've ignored all the steps that they actually need before they get this. So that's going to be the big flip I need to do in the first session, is to actually bring in the education. And it's, for me, it's about the empowering them to have some skills themselves so that they don't need me. Yes. I don't want them to need me always.
Yes, no, absolutely. However, just be mindful, and I'm mindful that there's people on this call who will be on your program, and this group is extremely open, so I'm going to say it. Just be mindful that whilst you might be getting their opinion on what they need, if they knew what they needed, they'd already be doing it. So sometimes I hear your questions that you're all asking, but I don't give you, if you've noticed, some of you that have deciphered my answers, sometimes I don't give you the answer to the actual question you've asked, because the hidden question is under there, which is what you're actually asking me. You just don't know how to put it into words, because if you did, you'd already know the answer and you wouldn't need this program. So whilst of course you need them to kind of tell you what they need to do, but you know your stuff inside out, back to front. Trust that. So whilst you're asking them what their questions are, that's great, but you're the dog wagging the tail, not the other way around. Make sure that you control. I understand what you're asking, guys, but honestly, week 1 is all about X, Y, and Z, and before we get to week 2, we need to get this nailed, because if I'd answered questions at the higher level back 6 weeks ago, you guys wouldn't be as far down the track as you are. There's basic things that have to get done, set up wise from Facebook and all the rest of it, that we have to get done before we do the rest of the stuff, because then it doesn't make sense. So everyone wants more customers, but if you're not ready for them because you haven't got a Facebook page, you haven't got domains registered, well, where are they going to go? What are they going to do? So you know your stuff, be confident with that, but make sure you lead it. You lead it where you know that they need to be and where they need to get to.
Okay.
Trust yourself, Lindy. It's, you know, you've started to be, you drew a line in the sand at the beach at Y Weekend as the final graduation, stepped over it, and you said it was time for you to be visible. My God, you are so visible since that weekend. It's just incredible. Like, people are seeing you and hearing you more. You're putting vulnerable posts out. You're so connected at the moment. I feel your energy through your words, which I've never felt before. So you're stepping into the right place, definitely. Just keep stepping forward, keep trusting, and you know what you're talking about. Like, you're not just dabbing in the dark going, oh, I think this is right and I'll bluff my way through. That's not you. And that's why you're getting people onto your program tomorrow, is because they know you know your stuff. You don't need to prove anything to them. I'm not here on this mastermind to prove to all of you I know my stuff. You're here because you know I know my stuff. I just need to be me and deliver it. So just be confident that everybody's joining you for the exact same reason. And just be you. And they're all, you know, some of them on this call, whatever, they're all just people wanting you to help move them forward and make them visible. And that's your thing, remember? You're the unstick chick.
Yes. Yes. I'd had a couple of questions. I should have written them down, but Kylie brought up a few points that was just like, wow, and the answer to her was a very relevant answer to me. So it was good to hear that confirmation coming through, and it's good to see and hear. And I think I commented this after our call last week, but I actually wanted to verbally say it in the group too, that it is just, I had this conversation with my daughter today, and I said to her that while I don't have a specific question to ask Shah to tap into more of this expertise, part of this group for me was wholly to hold me accountable, and it has held me accountable. I know I'm now invested in my success. I've financially invested in my success multiple times over, that now I'm keeping to now step up to bigger levels. I have achieved. I am that person. 2 years ago I sat and looked at the stage and went, I want to be that person. I am now that person. I'm not on stage yet. That comes at the end of this year. I know that. but it's this at the moment is that comfort zone to get that stepping stone. I was always one-to-one. Now I'm doing a one-to-a-group because I'm not ready yet to go one-to-many because I need to develop all of that. I'm sitting here just shaking like crazy at the moment. So that's the channeling energy of I'm on the right thing. So thank you, Shah. You've done that, a lot of confirmation with it, and just that safe space. And that's what people need. They need this safe space, and that's what I'll be providing myself. And I know I can do that. And yeah.
No, not you can do it. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. You look at the people in this program that are getting support from you. You're already doing it. It's not you can. You're living it. It's just you've now turned your helpful nature, because that's you. You're a rescuer and you're very helpful, and you're a solution-orientated person. So you're turning all of those skills and just putting them all into your own program. You're doing it now. It's just you're doing it all over the place with Facebook messages or phone calls or Skype. All you're doing is just bringing it into one platform and helping more people concentrated 1 hour a week or whatever your program is. That's it. You're doing it already.
Mm. And when I initially started out with this, it was supposed to be for my big course on the wall up there. And you know, you said, "Oh, maybe start with break it down, make it smaller," and I was just instantly resistant. No, I don't want to. This is the program I want to deliver. However, this one has just self-presented itself universally because I needed to be able to give out a small thing where I can give back to people at a different level to what that one is. So this is my different level program. So thank you very much, because you know, there's all these little key things that get mentioned which you don't at the time think anything of it, but then you can tune back into it and it becomes.
Oh, absolutely, and you're 8 weeks behind me, because that's exactly how I felt 8 weeks ago when I started to mention the Mastermind program, because seriously, I need more mentoring clients and business like a hole in the head. But again, it's about how else can I give back. There's people that can't afford my service one-on-one, and I don't need any more clients of, but I know that they can't afford it, but I still want to help. So I'm like, well, surely one hour a week at night I can sit at my computer and do this and help 8 people. Like, surely I could do that. It's exactly the same thought process you have, because I know whatever I'm telling you is also helping 3 or 4 other people on the call. It's never just for one person. It's like what I said to Riley before. It's like if we were all women and we're living together in a convent, we'd all have our periods at the same time, right? Because we all sink. And I know that Doug's not on tonight, but he's in this naturopathic space, so he'll get all about women's cycles anyway. But it is, we're all in sync, and all of our concerns or challenges or thoughts, someone else may not say it, someone else will say it, but it's what we all need. So all you're doing is a similar thing to what I did back then. Just back yourself and know that tomorrow night will just come and go so quickly. You've worried about it all for so long for no reason, and everyone will be giving you what you just gave to me. Thank you so much, because that is my why, is to help people achieve their why and their goals. So hearing how much I've helped you fills my tank up, but picture you tomorrow night at this time getting the same feedback from someone else. You're already getting comments from people saying how awesome you are and you know your stuff, and you're going to get more of that, and welcome it, accept it, and go, yes, thank you so much. I'm really glad that I could help. Take it on board, let it wash over you, and then say, okay, well, what else do we need to do to move them all forward? But just stay really connected in tune to that. Don't even worry about it. You do it all the time. It's just you're doing it with a few people on the call instead of one. You'll be awesome.
Thank you. The one thing I've just touching on the why thing, because it all comes back to I'm doing this because that teacher didn't believe me. I didn't have that one answer. I didn't know it. But that hasn't helped. Sorry.
Just breathe.
There's a bigger girl here. It hasn't. I haven't been able to pull myself out of this overwhelming feeling. like I guess Kylie had it just before, it's just been so intense that it's just, I mean, obviously my Y is helping me because otherwise I would have just shut everything down and walked away, and that's what I really would have loved to have done. But how do you balance this out? That's probably my biggest thing, is how do I get a bit more balance in it so I'm not going so high, because part of my why in teaching the course, one of the conversations I had was what I'm trying to do. Entrepreneurial journey is hugely up and down. It's always a slow growth thing, but we're up and down in it. I want to help your ups and downs not be so extreme. I want, you're still going to have them, but I want to help you keep it more here. So what's your tip for me going lead up to this launch thingy? And yeah,
look, I don't know that our entrepreneurial journey for all of us, me included, will ever be flatlined, because we have to have those peaks and troughs, and the troughs are as healthy for us as our peaks are, because it reminds us that within a heartbeat, you know, we can have quiet times even though we may have done everything right. But it's just knowing, it's having that why when you're down there, it's being able to pick that why up and keep going, and let what that teacher did and said fuel you. Kind of one way to prove them wrong and go up your bottom. Look what I'm doing and how many business owners I helped today. I may not have known that answer then, but gee, I know a lot of answers now. And even if you don't know an answer that someone asks you tomorrow night, don't let that link and remind you back to, oh, my teacher was right. Forget that. Break that link and go, I don't actually know that, Renee, but what I'm going to do is, after this call, I'm going to research it and I'm going to get back to you and send it into, I'm sure you've got a private group for your group, link it and share it in there. So no one expects anybody to have every answer. I don't have every answer. And if I don't know something on these calls, or I'm not sure, I'll go and ask my mentor, or I'll go tap into a resource that I've got, but I'll find it for you. But it doesn't make me go, because my languaging from childhood is Indian girls can't achieve anything. I should be married at 16 and over in Thailand, and the best thing I can do with the skills I have children. Lay down on a bed, get pregnant, have children. So if I linked every time I don't know an answer to, oh, my mum was right, Indian girls can't achieve anything, I wouldn't have what I have. So break that link and go up your bum, mum, watch me. And let it fuel you, because I know I help business owners every day that I stand up as a little Indian girl inside me and I find an answer for you and I move you forward, and I have that watch me kind of attitude. So let that be part of your fuel. Some of it is to rub it in the teacher's face, and others is to show your tribe, which you're building now, that you may not have every answer. No one on the planet has every answer. Branson, Oprah, no one. But find it. And you're very, very, very resourceful. And you're extremely intuitive. Like a lot of people on this call, we all have this amazing intuition. So what you don't have, ask the right questions, and within a few minutes you'll get it. Okay? So I don't know that there's ever the right balance of anything to keep everyone flatlined, and I think it's healthy to have them. But so that we don't stay in the trough too long, that's where, and I harp on about it because it's so true and accurate to when you read my new book, Your Life, Your Purpose, you'll see quite a few successful people that I've researched and put in the book, the moment that they found their whys. But you look back through their journey and what's happened, the key to not staying in the trough is having your why, so that the minute you start to hit the ground and you smell the floor again, you get your why into your head and you pick yourself up straight away. So I still have those moments. I might sit on the ground now for 10 minutes and 30 minutes. I don't stay there for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. And no one is expecting you to have every answer. No one is perfect. If you did, people would get off the call and go, oh, she thinks she's pretty good. She knows everything. No one does. It's okay to say, I'm not sure, but you know what? This is what I'd suggest now, but let me do some research. I'll get back to you. You'll find the answer. Okay. Within or externally, you'll find it. Be okay with that.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge the thing too that you just said then. I had a thing, I went and met someone who I've never met before from Facebook on Thursday morning, and it turned into a disaster. I was supposed to be co-publishing a chapter in her book on, because I wanted to write a book on food abuse and addictive personality, because that's another one of my things. But she ended up then saying, you know, no, she covertly, it was to just catch up with it. Anyway, things happened, and I came home from that so flat and exhausted that I was literally flattened in bed. And I'm just going, you know, what's going on, what's going on? I ended up having to block her on my phone and on Facebook because of the messages she was sending me, abusive and stuff. Wow. And it was just like, wow. And, you know, Dave, my partner, pointed it out. He said, normally you would have spiraled from that and just kept going, and that would have been a 3-week thing. I saw it within hours, or, you know, 6 hours. Or so I was able to pick it up and recognise and start the journey back up again and go, right, wash that off. It's not me, it's her stuff. It's not my stuff, it's her.
That I just got for you is you're not meant to be co-authored in a book. You're meant to have your own book. Don't hide behind someone else. It's not that difficult. Don't hide behind. The lesson I got is you're not meant to be. The universe taught you a very big lesson then. It said stop trusting other people. Why should you be just a few pages in someone else's book? You should have your own book. Your cover, your picture, your title, your words. When your time's right, but it's your book. The worst thing you can do is be in someone else's book. My second one's just gone to print, and I'll have it in about a week. Don't ever do that. You may want to then be in someone's book after you've got your own book, but the best way to get credibility in the marketplace in your own space, whether it be on this particular topic, that particular topic, it doesn't matter, you might end up having a few, is to author your own book, and it's not hard. It's not hard. Maybe I do a program later in the year if everyone wants to do a book. It's not difficult. There's a process. Like everything, once you know how, is so easy. So you're not. That's why the universe gave you a bitter lesson of this nasty person and all of that stuff, because it doesn't want you to be with anyone in a book, and that'll make you turn off it and go, oh, I'll never do that again. Well, that's the lesson. Get the lesson, and it won't happen to you again.
All right. Yeah, because I didn't know quite what the lesson was, except I knew she triggered, and she was very energetically so draining, and I just had the confirmation of, well, that's why I don't go out much, Shah.
No, don't link it to that. But it was what your lesson is.
Be with the right people. You've got to make sure that you're in the right people.
Be with the right people. The lesson I got for you is not that you're not meant to be in anyone else's book. You're good enough, if not too good. You got to have your own book.
Okay, thank you.
So that's not about don't go out. Get out, because that's where the people are, and we're lovely. Actually, Y Network's Wednesday. You've still got a ticket to come to that if you want to come to Raby Bay on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, where's Kylie's launch? Is on the Gold Coast, isn't it?
Next Wednesday down the Gold Coast, and our event that Russ and I are running is this Wednesday at Raby Bay, Cleveland. But ours is an open day. On this Wednesday is an open day, and I still owe you a ticket from what you helped me with before. So you've got 2 events. You can go to both.
Okay.
But just need to let Russ know if you can tonight or tomorrow morning, because I think we're nearly at capacity.
Okay. All right. I'll have a look at that and check that. And thank you, Renee, for your comments on the side here, and Jackie, thank you. Yes, and Kylie, I think I can't see them all. Thank you.
That's right. And Rouse has written a few things as well. You can have a look before we. He's just put, Linda, you'll never please everyone, never. People will challenge sometimes if they're threatened. I see it happen with Shah or from me from time to time. See it for what it is and move straight through it. Renee, we wished you lived here too. We will get to Adelaide one day, don't worry. Debbie, great advice. I was a co-author in a book and I have regretted the experience. Write your own book, definitely. And Russ, Renee, give me a call tomorrow. I now have storybook designers available through Y Virtual. Y Virtual is a new outsourcing business we're launching on Wednesday, actually, at Raby Bay. So if you give Russ a call, Renee, he can give you some information. I'm wearing my Y necklace. Can I show you before we go? Yes, Jackie, you can. All right, Lindy, are you good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good luck tomorrow. You will be awesome. Please, someone that's on it tonight and that's going to be on it tomorrow night, please let me know because I can't get on the call to spy on her. But please, I know you'll be awesome. Don't even worry about it. You'll be fantastic because you are awesome. All of you guys, well done this week. And Jackie, yes, please show us your necklace. Oh, look at that. Oh.
So it helped me find my why.
Oh. Isn't
So I
that
had
lovely?
it sitting it on my desk for a week or two, going, what's my why, what's my why, what's my why? And I put it round my neck, and I'm like, then it came. So thank you.
Wow. Oh, you're welcome. And actually, I was in Newcastle, whenever, last Monday and Tuesday with Annette, and Annette was at the Y weekend with some of you guys as well. And you know what she did? She got the popper string, you know, all the poppers that we popped off when we had aha moments. She got the string from the poppers and tied it into a bit of a band and put the Y pendant on it and put it on her handbag as the key ring opener.
Excellent.
What a good idea. Yeah, she used the string from the poppers and made her own little band. I thought that was really cute. I'm glad that you found your way. Well done. Keep it close.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, guys, I think that's everyone tonight because Doug couldn't be on and Jackie couldn't, no, not Jackie, Janine couldn't be on as well. And Wanda was excused. We already went through that. So we're all good. So everyone just keep going. You're achieving so much more than you probably realise. So just keep going. Good luck, Lindy. Good luck, Renee. Don't have the baby before next Monday so we can get one more in hopefully before you pop. But well done on your Facebook
Be
page.
confident, Lindy.
Yeah, be confident, Lindy.
Thank you.
And Renee, keep going with Facebook. Whatever you're doing is working. Don't change it. Don't overthink it. Just keep going because you're doing really well. Debbie, get on the phone. Tell them that you don't want to stalk them. Just bring the elephant in the room. It'd be great. And have a great week, everyone. And I'll talk to you all next week. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.